Top 10 heroes for the month of December 2018. I want to thank everyone for liking last month's video. So, let's get into it.
Get down to the B-side.
All right, we have to start off the list with Revan, of course, and this list is in no particular order, but Revan is absolutely amazing, mostly to do with his direct focus ability. Direct focus causes everybody to swarm in and target and focus fire on one character, essentially making the match a 4 versus 5, which is not fun at all. Master strategists can heal up and clear all negative stat effects while doing damage. Oh my goodness. Just any character that has 3 Zetas. And of course, he is a hero's journey character, and he is basically the first direct paywall on a legendary hero's journey character. Somewhat controversial, but there's no doubt that he is absolutely amazing, and mostly it has to do with the team being really good with Grandmaster Yoda, which we're going to talk about here in a minute later on the list. Now, having a resurgence on the list, and he's been absent for a minute, is Commander Luke Skywalker. Now, Commander Luke Skywalker-led teams right now are showing up in the meta, mostly to do with the addition of C3PO and Chewbacca, making him again a viable leader. He is probably one of the best standalone characters in the game. He can definitely hold his own, giving turn meter to the entire team, being able to clear negative status effects and knock down turn meter to give himself back protection, plus massive amounts of counterattacks. And boy, when he gets that guard with Chewbacca and Chewbacca is helping him out with attacks, woo! They can just blow through monster characters like Nilus in no time at all. I gotta say that for fun factor, the highest on my list right now is definitely Commander Luke with the Rebels, with Chewbacca and C3PO. It is so much fun to play, as opposed to the Jedi mirror match with Revan, which is yuck. Not fun at all to play. Next on the list, we have C3PO. C3PO is a theory crafter's dream. My, oh my, there are so many possibilities with this guy, from Rebels to Resistance to droids to Ewoks. There's just like unlimited possibilities for combos. We've got a character right here with 5 uniques. Oh my goodness, it's a bit excessive if you ask me. We're seeing that he is creating problems already in Phase 3 of the Sith Raid. Probably going to have to be nerfed or fixed, because right now you can auto Phase 3 of the Sith Raid. He can clear the heroic AA team. There's so many different teams with Finn that can just blast through the entire raid. Oh my goodness. Plus, he makes Commander Luke viable in the arena with Chewbacca under many different teams, in fact. I'm seeing a Finn team show up in the arena. I'm seeing a Jedi Training Rey show up in the arena, and that is just because of C3PO, and of course, Chewbacca is helping him out quite a bit as well. Next, let's talk about Grandmaster Yoda. In my opinion, in the Revan teams right now, Grandmaster Yoda is the true threat. Now, I do not have him modded correctly. Probably the best way to mod Grandmaster Yoda is with offense mods and crit chance. He doesn't really need the speed because he gets so much turn meter anyways and is constantly going, and he spreads the buffs to the entire team. It's like a perpetual illuminated destiny. The only bad thing I can say about Grandmaster Yoda is Revan versus Revan matchups in the arena are kind of a pain, especially when they're using Jolie, and they seem to time out sometimes. The only way I lose is if times out. It's not a fun experience, frankly, to play Revan versus Revan, but the team is all about Grandmaster Yoda, probably the best rework we've had ever. He went from being not very good at all, not very relevant ever, to just like one of the best characters ever, always, just dominating. Next, we've got to talk about Thrawn. I think Thrawn is always going to be on this list. Probably one of the single plug-and-play best characters in the game. He could show up even on a Commander Luke team or a Jedi Training Rey team. Pretty much he can go almost anywhere. And that has to do with the fracture mechanic just being absolutely amazing. He's very fast. He can speed up another character in your team and make them go first. Then he can fracture and lock down the one character over that's giving you a hassle, like Yoda or Revan. He is a answer to almost anything. He's going to be important for a long time. He has been the best character in the game. I've called him the best character in the game many times, and that partially has to do is that he has one of the best capital ships also. So all of the upgrading that you go into Thrawn passes down to his ship, which is also amazing. It's like a 2-for-1. No regrets putting all the gear and everything on this guy and all the Zetas. It is a very good thing. Next, we've got to talk about Trai and the trio, of course. The three of them together in 3 versus 3 in the Grand Arena. Boy, that's a nightmare. And Trai is the leader of the three. Individually on their own as standalone characters, she might not be the strongest of the three, but what makes her so amazing is her unique ability, which causes Sith to self-cleanse at the beginning of their turn. So they can't be stunned. They can't be ability blocked, and so on and so on. And the synergy between the three is what makes them absolutely amazing. Now, Trai herself is the ultimate catch and chase of the Sith raid. She can do a lot of damage. She can isolate, which is like a mini fracture. Boy, you put Trai and Thrawn on the same team, it's like the ultimate amount of control. And her leadership just absolutely punishes and penalizes so many different teams for doing things out of turn. She is a superstar, especially when she's paired up with the other two. Sion, best dark side tank, questionably the best tank of the game. Only contender for best tank of the game aside from him is General Kenobi, who's also on this list. But Sion is a beast. And boy, his held by hatred, reviving, intermittent taunt, being able to do monster damage through foresight, synergizing with Nilus and Trai. The three of them, plus 2 other characters, are going to be very good for a very long time. And then probably my favorite kit in the entire game, because it just seems broken, everything that Nilus does. If you haven't played Nilus yet, oh my goodness. Nilus does like almost everything. Basic attack and dispel. His middle ability, Drain Force, can increase cooldowns, which is basically like an ability block that can't be cleansed, and then Annihilate. I don't even have to say anything about Annihilate. Oh my god. He just instantly defeats a character and they can't be revived, which works on every character in the game other than Night Sister Zombie, which kit seems to be specifically designed to exclude this Annihilate mechanic, but nothing, it's just so crazy good. Plus, if you're going up against Nilus, because of his Lord of Hunger unique ability, if, you know, with the synergy with the other three, at some point he's got like 500,000 health or something like that. Unless you're playing like Chewbacca, it's really hard to get through Nilus because he gets so beefy by the end of the match, and you have to take him out first. But with Trai, they're self-cleansing, and then you got Sion doing all the taunting and all kinds of silliness. The three of them together, absolutely amazing. And one of the answers to that is Chewbacca. And Chewbacca and C3PO together with Commander Luke make highest on this list as far as fun factor. Boy, just raw damage output, blast through the team. Plus on defense, they hold up fairly well because of the counterattacks of Commander Luke's leadership ability. But what makes Chewbacca so good is that he is working out of turn with a loyal friend mechanic when he's used with Raid Han, and then the guard usually will go on another character, hopefully like BB-8 if you're using JTR as lead, or if you're using Commander Luke, it just happens to pop up on Commander Luke if you use it with tanks like General Kenobi. This is fun, a high degree of fun. Right now I'm having the most fun using Chewbacca, Raid Han, R2, C3PO, and then the leadership, you can actually toggle between Finn and Commander Luke, although the mod situation there needs to be changed up quite a bit, but the high degree of fun factor. And I think Chewbacca and C3PO are going to be more important as time goes on and as the game develops, as we get new characters like, I don't know, Jedi Luke, Return of the Jedi Luke. I'm sure they're going to be very good and very important. Best tank in the game, still, although that's up to debate. Sion's really good also. But if you want to talk about characters that are really good without a Zeta, I want to say General Kenobi is still the best character in the game, hands down, without a Zeta. Now, he did fall out of favor for a brief period of time because of Trei's isolation was making him completely useless. But now that you can blow up Trai at turn 1 with Revan so easily, and his kit synergizes so well with Revan, he is a top character. He's been important from day 1 that he's came out. He's viable at 5 stars when you unlock him. As soon as you get him unlocked, gear him up and start playing him immediately. Plug and play character, works almost everywhere. Self-cleansing and swarm is always good. Self-taunting, auto-taunting, and giving crit immunity to the characters. Plus, he can be a pretty good leader with a Zeta Barris and Hermit Yoda for 3 versus 3. Wow. Of course, General Kenobi is amazing. Now, that is the top 10, but I have to show a bonus character. And the bonus character is Bastila Shan Fallen. And the reason why I had to put her on this list, and I put her last month on the list, is this kid is too legit to quit. It is too good. And I think it's going to be important if we get new characters like Darth Revan and Malik. It's just the way the kid is drafted is too good. This character right here made Trai viable against Revan. And it almost looked like Revan was going to dominate everything forever, but she came in and helped them out. It's basically her unique ability, Sith Apprentice, is so good in keeping Trai alive long enough to actually do something. And I suspect that this character is going to be required for unlocks of future amazing characters. And she's going to be viable and important for a long time. I feel that way even more strongly than Chewbacca and C3PO. So, to recap the entire list, we've got Jedi Knight Revan, Commander Luke, C3PO, Grandmaster Yoda, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Darth Trad, Darth Sion, Darth Nihilus, Chewbacca, General Kenobi, and then honorable mentions, we have to say Bastila Fallen, Darkside Bastila. And if we want to throw in Palpatine and Jedi Training Rey, those are also amazing characters as well. BB-8's also amazing. R2-D2's also amazing. But you know, I can only do 10, so there you go. All right, well now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting early access to Star Wars Dance Connect 2. This is not a scam. This game hasn't been released yet. I think I just made it up right now. Get a hold of me, EA, if you want to make this game. I know it could be amazing. We've got to do it because the 2002 version was so good. We've got to get a sequel to it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and keep on gaming.